Make sure the people can start joining the chat room by starting the stream. Oh, did I change everything? I didn't do it. Oh well. That's fine. Everything's fine here.
How are you? See, I finally got it. I picked up on it.
There's another person.
Oh, you moved down. Now Damon's on the top of you.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Now, if you just turn around and bob your head up and down, it could look like you're giving him a blowjob. No, like completely turn away from the camera.
Oh.
Because you're below him and it's only... Yeah. There we go.
Oh.
Is that as funny as I wanted it to be? Was that as funny? Was that comedic? I don't know.
No, because Damon wasn't reacting. Probably because he had no idea what I was talking about.
Because like I have a 12-year-old humor thing happen sometimes. So
sweet. You'll get along fine here. All right. Okay.
I give you guys some more of the workshop, the Thursday workshop.
Sweet. Okay.
It's my set, you know. I have to have one. I do a video every week. I can't just have, you know, my cool poster in the background. I can't. I figured I had to start doing backgrounds and stuff. I had to upgrade from the first year.
So the past 5 minutes of snarkiness for me went completely unheard. That's great. I
thought you were just breathing with your mouth open. I didn't know you were talking.
I can breathe through my mouth, but it's not.
Well, no, like you when you talk to yourself because you're doing something. That's what I thought you were doing. I didn't know you were talking to us. I didn't know you were on mute.
Well, it's okay because they weren't all zingers anyways. But the one thing I do want to say, Greg, is just so you know, you have a reflective surface right behind you, so you've got a white orb.
How about this? Kind
of in your...
There we go.
There's an orb right there.
I was like, if you just say perfectly still, you'll be great.
I know, so I'll do this, give you guys a little...
There's a ghost.
But that's, yeah.
A spirit.
Well, the ghost hunters are from Rhode Island. Taps. You never know.
Ta-da. Yeah, so let's discuss topic a little bit, because there was a concern. So the idea is we were going to kind of, not so much split the show, but talk about you, Greg. You know, like your zodiac sign, where you're from. Do you like long walks on the beach?
Your zodiac sign.
But, sure, we can do like a late 70s, like, you know, dating show if you'd like, with zodiac signs and beaches and things of that nature.
I'm totally cool with that.
It's actually being silly, but part of it would be, you know, kind of like learning who you are, and then the show topic though is more in line with the episodes we've done in a newer series called BEAR, which stands for the Bear Experience Action Readiness, which is kind of silly, but you know, there's.
Okay.
So playlist was kind of like a goofy topic. It wasn't like something very specific and very serious. So I think part of where my co-host got a little concerned.
All of us.
So yeah, and basically the thing is, like, if you're gonna go to an event, and most likely you're gonna probably road trip or travel to get there. It's like, what are your things that you want to, you know, have at your ready, so to speak. So that's where like music came in, which actually there's kind of a joke inlaid with that. If you had heard Sugar May, I don't remember which show that was. Damon, do you remember?
I don't remember the show. It may have been a on the road. No, it wasn't an on the road. Show? It might have been another bear show, because we were talking about certain things.
We were talking about the importance of pooping, basically, and how sometimes when people go poop, they need music to play because they're going to be a while.
Yeah. I think it's loud.
Right. I was just thinking, I think it's also to cover up any noises that may.
I don't remember what it's like going to the bathroom without my phone. I have no recollection of those ancient civilizations. So I have music, movies, I have everything. I can shit all over Netflix if I want. You know, Netflix shit and chill. It's a new thing.
I think the idea was
Netflix shit and chill.
It's brand new. Right. It's something they're trying. It's only in select markets.
It's how I play Farmville on my iPad. It's on the crapper.
There you go.
I think what the main idea there was more of covering up like you would play it in the room so that people wouldn't hear your pooping sounds.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not like you're going...
You're shitting at a party?
Oh, no,
yeah.
in your room. Like you have a roommate.
You're sharing a room.
Oh, okay, all right.
Like if you're sharing a room with someone. Like, yeah, if you're by yourself, who the fuck cares? But
like you're in the hospitality suite and you got to use the bathroom and you're like, oh God, I can't believe I'm doing this. That's terrible. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't drop bombs in the hospitality suite. What are you doing?
That's a good point. To bring up on the show.
What are you doing?
Jeff,
come on, Jesus.
You're not recording yet, are you?
I'm streaming, but I'm not necessarily recording.
Oh, so people can hear us.
Yes.
Okay.
Lovely.
So the pre-show is fan-fucking-tastic right now.
Mom, I'm telling shit jokes on the internet. I'm sorry.
No, you're not. It's the internet.
Yeah, it's got a point.
It's not cable. It's not the 700 Club. I mean, you know.
This is my big moment, and I'm shitting all over it. I thank you guys so much. I love it. I love you guys. Thank you.
Well, hell spells. I have to get my picks put together.
All right. Well, I have the agenda here, so we're just going to talk shit for the next 2 hours. I'm down with that. I'm good at that, actually. I haven't heard that. I'm good.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Poop Show.
Whew.
Well, everybody.
There's going to be all sorts of movements during this episode.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I'm corny and I'm a geek, so you guys scored, I guess.
So, in other words, Greg, you're telling us it's like it's going to be a stinker on your end.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's gonna smell. It's gonna be funky as fuck over here.
Oh my God.
I gotta tell you.
Greg, do you have like cats or dogs or something?
Why?
Because you're telling dad jokes.
Oh, okay, all right. I was like, I'm trying to be behaved here. We're talking shit. Like we're making fun of human shit. There's not a lot of places we can go, down that avenue of comedy. So I'm just trying to stick with a certain,
This is going to be the longest shawarma ever. I'm just telling you that.
I don't know. I'm just feeling your show out. I was worried about being shitty, and now that's pretty much what you guys do. So I don't.
Not if you do the prep correct ahead of time, just for the record.
Oh no, I meant that like because you're talking about shit, not like literally you guys or anything, or figuratively, or wait. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Lost my train of shit. It's confusing, but it's fine. We can talk about preparation.
All right.
Here's the drinking game for the show. How many times? Each time somebody on this show says shit, take a drink.
You'll be drunk faster than.
You ruined.
Now here's the thing: is during the show, we haven't even started the show.
Shit, I gotta sit right here. Said that on purpose.
That reminds me, with your new position, you would have to actually look up a little bit, the same direction, to see me. I'm looking down.
Okay, I have a very serious question.
Uh-oh.
Dun, dun, dun!
The youtube.com/c/cubsoutloud/live. If I post that, people will see the one we're going to be recording. Like they'll pop in right now to this one, correct?
Yeah. If they click the link, they'll get to the right one.
They'll get to whatever's. They'll join us at the moment that we're doing whatever. So it's not a recording. It's just watching the live feed.
I got it.
By the way,
Well, I could go.
Good
I could go
feature.
live on the Den, and like while you guys go live on YouTube.
That would be weird.
Then
The
question
camera would be from this way.
Then the question would be to make sure that everybody can hear both ends and your side.
Technology, the future. I love it.
All right.
But yeah. All of the
Any weird
links are
noises?
fun. I just
Can you hear my fan?
No.
Nope. I
Can you hear
can't.
my
really.
air conditioner?
That little app, Wish or Geek, it takes 5 years to get that shit, but it is well worth it. This mic is amazing, and it's pink. I don't know why it's pink, but that's the color that was in the box. But this mic was like $9, and you can't hear this fucking giant fan behind me. Wow.
Nice.
Good stuff. Wish or Geek. It's coming from some faraway place, and it's standard shipping. So give yourself about 5 months. it's awful. But once you get it, it's great, because you forget you even bought the shit. And you get a box, and you're like, oh my God,
Surprise!
it's amazing. Like, oh yeah, I paid for this. Like, in September. I can't wait now, and I can use it in June. This is
Nice.
It's good stuff, though. You rarely get burned. Mike Checa. All right. Good stuff.
You okay there, David?
I'm fine.
Hey,
Okay.
Greg, what's the link to your Tumblr pic?
The link to my Tumblr page?
Yeah, to
No.
your Tumblr pic. In the you put Marvel feed in there, but it's not a link.
Oh, I tried copying it from... Oh, to Tumblr I was talking about. Yeah, because that's a Tumblr I've been using lately a lot for... Like, I was going to suggest it for everybody who's into that, but I couldn't get... It's Tumblr/feed. I mean, Marvel/feed, but it wouldn't, like, give me... I know I had a problem with that. It wouldn't give me a link. But if I typed it in from the
On
app,
Tumblr?
it wouldn't give me...
Greg, I
Yeah.
have a question.
Yes.
When you talk about Men of the Den, what do you call it? Is it a webcast?
We're a channel.
Okay.
Basically, we're a web channel. Yep.
All right. Well, help
Or
me with
YouTube
the
channel.
sentence. I'm writing out. We're going live. Blah blah blah. We're joined by a guest co-host, Greg Ballard, from the blank Men of the Den.
Web channel minute in.
Yeah, from the channel, from the YouTube channel,
Wait,
Men of the
no,
Dead.
hold on. Let me simplify this. From
YouTube
Men
channel.
of the Dead. It's a show.
Okay, but people don't know what Men of the Den is.
I can just talk about it because it's Greg from Men of the Den, and since we're already on YouTube, yeah, you don't necessarily have to say. I can talk about we've been on YouTube for 3 years, and right then and there I've given them how long we've been there, where we are, where they can find us. The way I answer the questions will fill in all the mysteries. It won't be like Destiny 1 where I don't give you any story. Nothing? Okay. Never mind. All right,
I'm taking it. Wait. For the record, that's a video game reference. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. That would be why I got nothing.
So-
I'm like.
I was just wading the waters to see if there was any gamers in the house.
Is this the Tumblr page you were looking for? The link that I just put in the chat?
The
in
chat.
the Skype chat.
Oh.
We broke him.
No, I'm good. I just this guy.
Are you on
I
an
should
iPad or?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the pad over here. I'm gonna look at the
okay.
Skype chat. I can look at it on my phone as well.
Look at you multitasking all over the place.
My claim to fame is that I do my show, all my editing, all my shooting, and everything else on mobile devices. It's kind of like I want to encourage everybody. You can go on YouTube too. You can look professional. You can, you can do a worthwhile video and be creative content, and have it look great and not necessarily spend a lot of money. And that's kind of like how I've done a couple of explanation videos on how I do my stuff. Strictly, on a lower budget with mobile devices. So it's cool. I can see it right through here. I believe it's just yeah, that's it.
Okay, cool.
What is this business? Why am I? Oh, because I commented.
I just lately, I do a side project called the Comic Book Nerds Last Word, and we do a lot of up to the minute like news updates. And Marvel Feed is a good place for us to aggregate some of the stories and follow ups. It's a good place for a lot of stuff in terms of the news, memes, upcoming stuff. Like they had the link up for the Infinity War trailer that somebody filmed from their pocket at Comic-Con. I don't know if you guys have seen that yet. The camera angle's going upward like this, and you can kind of see the screen on a slant. But it's definitely the Infinity War trailer from Comic-Con. It blew me away. It's pretty good stuff. Thanos is pretty crazy in it. You guys fans?
Huge.
Okay. All right.
Huge.
If I could afford,
Bigly.
if I could afford to go to all these movies, I would. But in the end, I end up just waiting for them to pop onto Netflix, thanks to the Netflix Disney deals.
We have an IMAX. We have an IMAX theater here in my mall here in Providence. So we tend to go see a lot of them in IMAX 3D, and it's just it's neck breaking. It's awesome. I'm crying and shit. Seriously, it's a dope experience to see the superheroes. Now I have a rule though. I won't go see like a romantic comedy for $12 in like awesome 3D. No. You don't need to spend that. If it's like Thor or some superhero movie and it's Doctor Strange in 3D, it was ridiculous. Highly recommended. It was so good. But
I'm fine with the 2D, but that's probably because I wear glasses.
Oh, I don't know if you can't go. Does it mess with going over it?
It's for me. It's really fine and everything, but mainly because I think it's more of. I mean, it's kind of annoying going over it, but I think the reason why I enjoy movies more in 2D is because I really don't care, and the only movie that really impressed me with the 3D was Avatar. Not The Last Airbender, but Avatar.
Right. The blue aliens and the trees and and the entire opposing army was pretty much populated with every 80s douchebag best friend character.
Something like that. I really like that.
I love the Avatar movies. The opposing Earther army was just such douchebags, though. Mm-hmm. Like you're obviously killing like a civilization, and they just couldn't convince me that they weren't worried. They're at somewhat a lot of bravado, but no, I like that. There's 9 more of those coming out too, so that's going to be cool.
Are you exaggerating on the number?
Yeah, or 4. I was exaggerating, but the Avatars. You wait for an Avatar movie. It's crazy. They talk about it for 5 years, and then you get to watch it.
I think it's been almost like 10.
All right. Is there anything else we need to do before we go live? Because it's magic time.
Oh yeah.
Before we actually.
Nope. I'm pretty good. I'm just
like this face right here. No. All right.
I'm ready.
Oh shit! Soundboard. Come on. I need to set that. Where is it? I don't know if it's my internet connection or what, but something's weird with the stream. It keeps dropping frames, so all of our live listeners will probably be lagging behind.
Ice cream!
Who has an ice cream truck?
I'm gonna go with Jeff.
That's not
You can
me.
hear my ice cream truck? You can't hear this fan 2 feet away, but you can hear an ice cream truck outside driving by.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know.
That is crazy.
Don't look at me.
Like, I can literally touch that fan. You can't hear it. But the ice cream truck. Yeah, we have 2. Good stuff.
Okay, just for the record, you're talking to a bunch of fat boys, so I'm thinking the ice cream truck sound probably
You're the
could be
skinny
heard
one on the
from
show.
pretty far away.
I've chased it. I've chased that truck. I've chased it by sound. You know, I'm crazy for the Nutty Buddies and the ices and stuff. You can get this huge mango ice thing, $5. It's crazy.
You're crazy for a nutted buddy? Is that what I heard?
Nutty, yes, a nutted buddy. Yes. No, the Nutty Buddies, the old school, bomb pops.
Yeah.
Back when you were a little kid, you discovered you were a deep throater with those things by accident. Anybody?
I always
No.
tried to see how far I could get it into my mouth. I always wondered why.
Wow.
Wonder no
Okay.
more. Popular neighborhood kid there. Popular.
Hey, should we do a show?
Yes.
And feel free to put in any recommendations for any of these categories. As we go, Gary, there's 2 G's in this show right now. Greg, if you have anything, we'll just put in the doc just to make it easier for you, because you've got like mobile devices, so it's a little bit more trickier.
Ha.
So if you mention anything, we'll add it for you.
If I mention anything?
I'm going to
Okay.
make a Spotify playlist of these songs too. I created a Spotify account for the show.
Oh, okay.
If I can find everything, that is. We'll see.
Because I thought I'd just be following along on the doc. Like, oh, you're going to talk about this next? Okay, I'll make a joke here. I'll say something funny here.
You got notes written out on a pad of paper.
Yeah, like I'm over here following along. Like, okay, I'll probably ask the Al. They're going to ask me about this. I've got to come up with something witty now. What the hell is that? I just, I'm ready.
All right, let's do the show. Ready? I really wish I had the whole like ready check sound from World of Warcraft, and then people can click ready, and then I would see indicators saying that you're ready. Okay,
Got it.
ready. Okay.
You could just ask us.
I did. No one said anything.
I've said it
You didn't-
3 times.
I said it like 3 minutes ago.
All right, let's do this. It's Sunday, July 23rd, 2017. I don't know what it's. My name is Jeff.
Who's your bear? That's right. I am your bear.
I'm Damon.
I'm Chester.
This room is a pigsty, and you're a dirty pig boy.
And that makes me Gary.
Don't hurt nobody with your bad self.
And welcome to Comes Out Loud, the Bear Podcast, Vegetarian Length, episode number 424. And we have Greg from Men of the Den on the show in this direction. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, you guys?
Hey.
Crazy excited to be here.
Hi.
I love this. I love this cast. I love it.
I think that's applause.
Nice. You guys got an audience? I didn't even see them.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Very
Yeah, they're
realistic.
right here when they hear your jokes.
Oh.
It's already cold.
Damn.
God.
Damn. You guys turned on the air
Jeff
conditioning
is
right the minute I
On
walked in.
the ball tonight.
Wow.
Gonna get roasted, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, Men of the Den fans, come in and help me out, man. They're gonna cook me alive in here, man. They're already killing me. It's been 5 seconds.
We're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine here for you. All right. So let's get right into this. So almost a month ago, I spent like 400,000 gold from WoW to buy a $15 thing from Blizzard, the Rise of the Necromancer pack, and I haven't played the Necromancer character yet until the season just started on Thursday. So I've gotten him all the way through the story mode. He's already into Paragon level, like, I don't know, 20, 30 something. So I'm working on that, and now I'm working on completing my season journey on that so I can get him a free set, and it's kind of fun, kind of cool. It was a little annoying at first. He's probably the most deaths I had on a character in Diablo for a while now. But I'm making it. I'm getting by. I'm doing it. So that's what I've been doing the past 3 days.
Wow.
Ever since I had time to just sit down and play nonstop. And because we're recording a little later than we normally do on Sunday, so all you podcast listeners, if you're suddenly getting this on Monday night, that's why I could work on the show. Because I got raid tonight. So, anyways. But that's what's been going on with me. David?
So, literally like an hour or so ago, I got back from Mr. Kentucky Leather weekend. I was there tally mastering with my friend Stick. It was a pretty good time. Congratulations to boy Jimmy who won this contest. So if you know Jody, he just stepped down and now we have a new guy. Awesome times. I actually ran into Justin Chester from North American Bear Weekend, if you remember Justin.
Oh!
Yeah,
Oh.
he actually lives in Louisville, so it was It was kind of cool. It was awesome running into him and talking to him for a while. We had some really good
I know
conversations.
he lives down in that area. He messages me every once in a while.
Yes, Gary.
He comes visit.
I have a question.
Sure.
Are we all supposed to know who Justin is, or
You've
just
met Justin.
Chester? Oh, I did.
Yeah. We'll talk about it in a second.
Okay, I'm like, this is about to get real embarrassing, I think. All right.
Anyway, so got to stay with Matt and Gabe, which was really cool. I was staying with them that weekend. They've been on the show, and we today went to this really awesome restaurant called Hopcat, which has a shit ton of beers on tap, and then beers and ciders and IPAs and blah 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 and all this shit. And then they have, on top of that, they have a pretty awesome full food menu as well, and the food was excellent. If you're following me on Facebook, you saw pictures of some of the food that we had, and and then we went to Comfy Cow and had ice cream for dessert. So really good time, really good trip. Enjoyed myself. So fun.
Sounds like you had an awesome time.
Yes.
Welcome back, Damon, to your humble abode from Whackin' Tallies.
Yes. It was a good time. It was a magical place. No, I'm kidding.
You're a resident
When-
tally maker.
I was gonna say, when isn't it a good time when you're whacking tallies? I mean,
Tallies. Well, I've had issues in the past, but that's neither here nor there.
So let's see. For me, I am in the very last stages of moving. I have about 93% of my stuff packed, ready to go. I just need to go through the house, make sure I got everything, and then clean everything, because it's just a mess. There's trash everywhere, garbage everywhere. Everything's covered in a layer of dust that I didn't know existed.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that. And Pokemon Go just had its 1-year anniversary, and they released legendaries kind of yesterday. But for everybody else playing, they were today. They had a big festival for it yesterday in Chicago, and it was
That's a sore subject.
Uh-oh. Oh, well, yeah.
It was a huge fucking mess. I'm not at all surprised.
Did you go or no? No, you didn't go then.
No.
Oh. Like the refunds, the actual they just instead of people asking, they just started giving money back.
Yeah. So I'm no stranger to the way that Niantic does these types of events because I used to go to them when I played Ingress, and they were such a clusterfuck during those. So I'm not at all surprised that when they did this with Pokemon Go, and as soon as people started coming online and saying, "Hey, I'm having connection issues with the game," I'm just like, "Oh, well, there's a shock." So yeah, it was people that were at the festival were so pissed off about it. Niantic was like, look, we're going to refund you the money that you spent on your ticket to get here, or the ticket for the event. We're going to give you $100 worth of in-game currency, which is quite a bit. Yeah. And then we're also going to just give everybody a free legendary. You don't even have to fight for it. So they kind of made amends, but it's not a surprise that Niantic handled it the way that they did.
Legendary.
So yeah, that's what's going on with me. Gary?
Sweet.
I sort of unexpectedly had weekend pup time at my place.
Wait.
Oh.
Huh?
I think I know one of the people that were there. I was keeping up with Facebook posts correctly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so one of my friends, who is recently come into the pup community, came up for the weekend. And so he was here. And then another mutual friend, who also is kind of pup adjacent, was here as well. So there was 2 nights of watching YouTube videos and laughing and cuddling and napping, sleeping, because some people can't stay up late at night.
Are you talking about you?
No. Oh, no. Mm-mm. No. I'm the host. I'm not going to fall asleep on my
guest.
guest.
Bed before like 2 a.m.
I have been in plenty of bed before 2 a.m. Thank you.
Ooh.
I'm sure you have been in plenty
of bed. Well, there you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. If you were
I'm
wondering...
not really sure where you're going with that, Chester. But anyways.
Ooh. All the tea.
I just got water now.
Oh, don't worry, David. I'm sure that bottle will get replenished real quick the way this show's going.
Sip it slow.
So, we're much more shadier than Men of the Dead.
No, it was nice to have someone come into town and stay. So my friend came in because they had a family member who was having a graduation party, I think. It was just one of those things, and so they crashed for the weekend, but we got some time to hang out. We went out and ate a couple of times. I was supposed to work a bunch this weekend, and I kind of didn't, but that's because the work project is up in the air. Basically, we'll put it this way. Company A and Company B had 2 different concepts of how the project was going to go. It's not as disastrous as the Mars rover that crashed and died because of metric versus imperial or whatever, but yeah. So I'm not quite sure what else is going to happen. Either the project moves forward, which totally means I hosed myself because I really didn't do much work this weekend, or it's going to get a big old yield sign that's going to pause and we have to figure out where we're going next with it. So we shall find out tomorrow how that plays out. But no, it was a good weekend, and it was a crazy weekend full of stuff because Ms. Tammy reached out to me, I think on Wednesday or Thursday, and said, "Hey, darling, are you possibly going to be coming down here for the, Mr. Kentucky Leather Contest?" And I was like, "Funny, you should ask," because I did put it on my calendar, and no, I will not be there because I have work and family stuff to do. But so that was going on, and then lo and behold, I get contacted by other people that have been on the show or adjacent to Cubs Out Loud, and they're like, "Hey, we're in Columbus for a title event." Like, and I'm like, oh, I would totally be there if I could, because it's not as far as where the Kentucky event was. I probably could have found a place to crash, but I was So I felt pulled in multiple directions.
My place.
Well, it's true. So I do want to congratulate a certain person who has been on Cubs Out Loud. Yay! And congratulations to Pup Tibbers, aka Brady, for his title win last night with North American Drummer Boy for 2017.
He is the
It's good.
Okay.
official title Ohio Valley Regional Drummer Boy.
Well, that's true.
Brady. And then he'll go on to the North American Drummer Contest in February, I think.
I think that went to Aaron,
Yes.
but not the Aaron I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it's not the Aaron you think of.
Because Aaron gave us the update, and Aaron said Aaron won. He didn't say I won, so I'm like, oh, there must be another Aaron. Yet you both spell your name like your first name the same way, and
Yeah.
he didn't list the last name. So, anyways, yeah.
Aaron was the Mr. Argos letter title holder that just got, I'm going to say crowned, but sashed in June.
You're Friday there, Eric?
Sorry.
Oh.
I was sharing something. I was sharing the podcast to a bunch of places to have people watch it, and something autoplayed. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to distract.
I was like, who?
Fuck you,
Someone
Facebook.
Sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. Terribly sorry.
Oh, hey,
That's what I'm here for.
autoplays,
To embarrass myself. So.
So I'm gonna totally interrupt for a second because I need to say something directly. Jeff, the next section on the doc, I didn't put anything in, but if you could have that audio clip ready, I have something to talk about when it comes to that.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
I got it.
All right, moving on. I'm going to stop talking. Greg, first of all, welcome to the show. Uber podcaster / fan. So why don't we start with what's going on with you, and then we'll work backwards from there on your who, what, where, when stuff.
What's going on with me? Well, right now, the big thing that's going on, we are auditioning somebody for the Den for Tuesday. So that's been sharing and watching audition vids, things like that. We're streamlining. Men of the Den is like a channel, but MOTD, we're kind of streamlining and branding. We're doing like an MOTD kind of overall with shows under it. So we do the news now on Sundays. I did like a news doc on sex and sexuality in modern video gaming. Doing some other. We're trying to kind of really bring this channel kind of forward. It's been about 3 years that we've been doing it, so we're trying to grow up, trying to more professionalize what's happening, and just kind of as content creators, we want to get more serious about it. So that's what I've been kind of doing lately. With that, just kind of getting it more professional, putting a little more into it, and just doing my side stuff with some of the locals here. I do a comic book show and a gaming show that I'm trying to put together to get that going as well. Other than that, it's the normal. I go to work, I come home, I collapse on the couch.
Nice.
I got
So from what I hear,
play some WoW, or in this case, Diablo for the last 3 days. So, I'm with you. I feel you.
Definitely, just
It kind of sounds, Greg, like you put your paws in a lot of cookie jars of various things. So,
Oh yeah, if you specialize as a species, you go extinct. So I try to evolve. I try to adapt as much as I can.
Like
So
we talk
one-
about bears commonly, but when RuPaul's Drag Race comes around, these three guys decide to talk the tea.
that's true. We do. I wasn't quite thinking along those lines. I was thinking more like that was a subliminal way of Greg letting the audience know that perhaps he's verse in multiple techniques.
I don't have to let the audience know all of my homosexual social media apps, or hookup apps as I'd like to normally call them. It all lists my verse intentions.
Homosexual media app.
You know, that's who the demo. The main demographic is aimed at us, guy on guy types. Not that the other types of dudes can use it as well, but you know.
We're going to be having an episode coming up where we'll probably discuss that, and I'm going to use that phrase.
Wow.
All right.
All the gay flavored stuff out there.
Oh, the gay
But
flavor.
yeah, that's common knowledge
Just take
that I'm an experienced person, so I don't want to segment myself to one role or the other. I want to know what it's all like. So yes, I'm verse.
And now we know. Dun, 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 dun.
Wait, did you just sing the IBM? Like,
No!
The more you know.
The more you know.
The more you know. Do, the star going across.
no, I know that, but
That's not an IBM thing.
I know what he heard though. The dun dun dun.
thank you. That's what I thought. I
Intel.
heard.
It's Intel inside.
Intel. Oh, that's
Dun
true.
dun dun.
I knew it was a techie thing. I was like, that doesn't. Yeah. Anyways.
So I think Intel must have stolen it from whoever did I think it's NBC, the more you know.
Yep.
Okay.
It was always like, oh, if you steal something, you'll get caught.
Yeah.
Like, oh, thanks. The more you know. Thanks, guys.
So
Moving
I
on.
need to play the clip.
You have a clip?
Oh.
Oh, okay. I was like, I thought it was a clip of something I was doing crazy in
No,
public. I thought it was
Gary.
weird. Like,
Gary, what did you do?
Okay, so for the record, as we were just discussing, there are tech fails sometimes. And so shout out to Lunar Wolf, who's in the chat right now. Like I just caught, or at least he was, because he's already heard this story. And if Zio tunes in and decides to watch us, he probably also knows this. I think they both got a big kick out of it. So an important lesson I would like to pass on to all of my Apple peeps out there. When you have your MacBook or MacBook Pro open and you are playing a video file, and then you are done with the video file, but it has not stopped playing, to simply close the laptop, like to kind of make it go into sleep mode, works. However, you should probably know that when you're on a work conference call and you're talking, you should not attempt to open said laptop, because the video that was playing will continue, even though you haven't logged in securely to said laptop. So the audio feed of the video you were watching will come through the speakers and possibly be picked up on the microphone of your headset for said work conference call.
Oh.
This is
So-
probably the most appropriate "did I do that" we've had on this show.
So, may I ask a question?
You may.
What was this? What was said video? Was this a video
Porn.
like, oh, we're watching like Lady and the Tramp, or are we watching like?
Or we're watching dude be turned into a tramp.
Got it. Pornography.
Yeah, it was of an adult nature, so I had like an immediate panic attack because it wasn't necessarily loud, but I did not expect my MacBook Pro to suddenly start uttering sounds along the lines of
Sperm on my asshole.
there were no words said. It was just like grunting, kind of sound. And I was freaked the fuck out. And I hadn't even logged in yet. And I was like, oh my God, how do I make it stop?
Oh no.
But I was talking at the same time during this call when it happened. So I don't know what bled through. So I slammed the MacBook Pro shut and kind of tossed it on a chair and made it go about 3 feet away from me across my office, which is not very big. So it was purely like, it was a sitcom moment, to say the least. And I immediately put up on mute. As soon as I finished
now, I have that GIF of it's like a 1970s office, and 10,000 things go wrong all at once. Like one guy jumps up on his computer desk and tosses it out the window, and he follows, and somebody else lights themselves on fire, and another person runs out of the room.
Yeah. Oh, what the fuck? Well, I'm glad hopefully you caught it on time. But if not, you'll find out Monday.
I don't think it was that big of a deal, although what didn't help is I had muted myself at the end of the sentence of what I was saying. So I'm pretty sure my voice did not come across full of confidence, and professionalism because I was panicking when this started to happen. So I was, trying to go with one track, which was for work, and this other thing. And the reason I had opened my MacBook was because I went to look up something for work, because it's a long story, but our network wouldn't let me get to the client's website. And so consequently, I went to go look, and then I didn't realize that that it had cached, apparently, or whatever, the next couple of seconds of the video, and therefore it would just automatically pick up right where it left off without even being logged in.
And you didn't pause the video before you shut it? You just shut
it? All right, I was tired. Yeah.
I'm too paranoid to do stuff like that. I'm just
tired. More like he was.
I'm just too paranoid. I always just stop, pause, stop. I'm too paranoid for that.
So here's the thing, all right?
Close window.
There was no.
Oh, go back.
Hands were busy. You needed to. There was a cleanup in aisle bed. Okay.
Yes, I get it.
Okay. All right.
So there's not an option to and I don't have Siri or whatever active on my MacBook that I can be like, Siri, stop playing the video or whatever, and then it might pause it. I don't no.
Siri, I need a wet nap.
Talking already during the
time. And had I known that was going to happen, I obviously wouldn't have opened my damn MacBook while I was on a work conference call.
Yeah.
So according to people, that was the best did I do that ever. So, not trying to win any awards here, just
Okay. All right.
It's that time.
Yeah.
Now, whoever thought we'd be doing commercials?
I know I sure as heck didn't.
Being that we're a smaller scale podcast, we don't have advertisers knocking down our door to give us money, and that's okay.
Which is why we want to take a moment and tell you about 2 really great ways you can support Cubs Out Loud.
Over the past 9 years, COL has produced hundreds of audio episodes, and now we have matching video episodes for you to enjoy.
This year, we introduced the new COL logo and launched our new merch store over at Zazzle.com/CubsOutLoud.
Or you can also use the COL merchandise link on our podcast website to pull up the online store.
Here you can take a look through a range of products, including t-shirts, hats, poker chips, underwear, backpacks, and various other things with the COL logo on them.
And keep an eye out for new things to be added based on your interests and requests.
We typically can be found showing these great items off in the video stream of our shows.
Also, to help with our new format, we're doing YouTube video shows that help create the audio version. We have a GoFundMe campaign underway at gofundme.com/COLstream.
This campaign allows us to afford upgrading the PC that Jeff uses to produce our shows. Plus, a better computer means better quality streams.
And thanks in advance for not only listening to Cubs Out Loud, but helping support the podcasts too.
3 out of 4 Cubs Out Loud podcast hosts are wearing a Cubs Out Loud t-shirt.
Oh.
I got my one that I've been able to afford.
I gotta snag me one of those COL-Ts. Probably go on there and get a couple.
You can go to Cubs Out Loud. You can go to Zazzle.com/Cubs Out Loud.
Or
somehow I have acquired
COL merchandise link.
3 of them.
Yeah.
Do you guys? Is it through PayPal, or can I just directly use my debit card directly through the site?
I don't know.
Yes.
I believe it's all major credit cards / debit cards and PayPal. I don't know about Bitcoin, but
I'm gonna see.
Yeah.
What
All right.
happens if I ask for this COL cum rag?
Could have used that to clean up his mess.
By the way, it's referred to on the website as COL logo V3 bandana, but everybody knows it's a cum rag.
Bandana?
I do have to say that the best cum rags I have ever used are the ones from Drenched Fur.
Yeah,
They're a good quality size.
Nice cotton, really great, cotton blend, if you will.
They're a good size, and they're absorbent.
When I threw bear events, I did the little mini towels.
Yes.
Like a washcloth size mini towel?
No, they're long, and they kind of look. Yeah, it's weird. They were long and had a space right here. Sort of, yeah. But we put the Bear Providence logo right there, and then did little drippies and stuff. It was fun. People knew what they were for. We called it the Cub Rag.
Oh.
I don't trademark that anymore, so feel free to start making those.
Nice. They came about at Dredge Fur as a kind of a gag joke. In our 10th year, the water park that we go to stopped supplying towels, so everybody had to bring a towel. And so I made a joke and I said we couldn't afford to give everybody a towel, like a full-size beach towel. So this was the best we could get. And so everybody got like a sports rally towel. So it was a little, and that when they did it, the reveal was that the catering staff in the banquet room that we were in, they brought them out all folded nicely on big tray platters. So they looked like moist towelettes, which they weren't. And all the room that was there at the moment howled with laughter. And about 2 or 3 people were like, "Gary, what are these called?" And they're like, just waving them in the air. And I'm like, "It's a handy towel."
Nice.
Yeah. So
it's like when they spell shop with 2 P's and an E. It's a handy towel. Yeah. Just really high says. Yeah, it's a DE. It's not Y like you would think.
Mm-hmm.
It's more. It's classier.
Classier. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's we have those. So thank you, Chester, for the vote of absorbency or whatever that was.
The only reason why I'm bringing it up is because, as you know, I'm cleaning and packing things, and I found one from another run that I had gone to, and I remember using it one time and going, "This is the worst cum rag I have ever used," because it is a soft material, and it's the kind of material you would use to clean your computer screen.
Oh my god.
Oh, so it's a what do we call it?
Microfiber?
Yeah, it's microfiber. And I'm like, this is awful.
Good stuff.
You can't clean anything with it. And it leaves behind bits and pieces of the towel when you're done wiping up.
Yeah, just for the record, everybody, don't use a microfiber for a cum rag. Don't use crushed velvet.
Crushed velvet.
and probably don't want to do sequence. Just
Oh my
saying.
god. Oh my god.
Wow.
Did you stone that, comrade?
Sequins. I'd be worried about catching something.
I think the
I would
rails
do-
are over there.
Oh.
Like on the like just catching the corner of your like on one of those
I know
sequences.
guys that are into
those
CBT. They might like this.
Are they? Is that plural, by the way? Is it sequences?
Sequenced.
Is it? It's like deer, not deers. Like I can't. I'm not sure what a sequence.
You must not be a drag
Like what's a
race fan.
single sequent? Is it a sequent and then sequences or? I don't understand.
You must
No.
be a
Each
drag race
individual one
fan.
is a sequin.
Oh, okay. All right.
SEQUIN, I think is what it is. It's a sequin, and then there's sequences. I think.
Oh, sequences. All right.
I think. I don't know.
No.
Does it really matter? I'm sure, like, right now, if Jim was listening to this show, Damon's other half, he would be having a flip out.
I'm not sure. Like, is it sheared or is it shorn? Like, you know, it's a question. No.
After cutting my hair, I always say I'm shorn. So
Shorn.
Are we ready to move on to feedback?
yeah, but, let's get back on the rails here. Let's
Yes,
get ready to this. By the way, I'm looking up what fits and towels and Zazzle. Anyways, Gary, what's been going on over in Facebook land?
We have 3 new Facebook likes, so we would like to thank the following individuals for liking us on Facebook. Patrick Bishop. Hey, Patrick. Daniel Rodriguez, which, by the way, when I was writing on the doc, I wrote Daniel Radcliffe, and then I did like a double take, because I was like, wait, what? Yeah, I don't know why I did that. But anyways, Daniel Rodriguez and Kelly Jean Parsons. So, yay! Thank you for liking us on Facebook. Damon?
Hold up. Because someone's name is about to come up, and I
Someone
always
doesn't-
say it wrong.
Oh,
Okay. Anyway. Come on. Doc. There you go. Okay. So we have a couple of new YouTube subscribers. The first one, and I am literally looking, is Richard Borkovec. Yes. I wanted to get it right because I've often said his name wrong.
and he's in the
And
chat.
the second one is Ray Evans. Yes, I know he's in the chat. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to get it right. Because the way it was coming, I was thinking of it in my head, is wrong. So, yes. Hi, Richie. Lunar. Hi. Welcome.
Tesla?
We have a new Twitter follower, DJ Gamer Tony 123. Then we also have a few Tumblr followers. Cy Bear Monday, which when I first saw this, I thought it would be like a Tumblr that just follows you at random, but no, it's a legitimate Tumblr. Minnesota Cub, and then there's I don't know how to pronounce this. Skate Q Bears, SK8CUBEARS.
Skate Bears.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. RR Rag 96, Little Uno 76, the Bear Cubster. This is gay porn 2BH. TBH.
Well, TBH. To be honest, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I started saying to be honest. Charles Stoner blog and Fennec that chases bears. We also got a message from Curves and Crevices regarding COL424, Get a Lucky Buddy. And he said, great show with an important message. Recommend it to anyone who meets other people. I also want to throw in a recommendation for an app called KiteString, which is www.kitestring.io. Personal safety when meeting others is a common challenge for women, and there's already a tool out there. So thank you for that.
That's awesome.
Nice.
So now everybody's going to their browser and like trying to find out what this thing is.
Kite string. It's probably an app.
I'll look at it later.
Interesting. Yeah, cool. To keep things moving along, is that all of our feedback for now?
Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
Looks like it.
Cool.
So moving on, Gary, what's our topic for this week?
Okay, well, there's kind of two things we were going to talk about, and so before we get to the topic, quote unquote, of the show, I wanted to circle back and talk about you, Greg. So you are part of the YouTube video channel blog series empire, whatever you want to call it, in terms of the, taking over the visual waves. I was about to say airwaves, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's not how that works anymore. So Men of the Den, we've had several other of the hosts on, and so we're excited to have you. But for those that aren't familiar either with Men of the Den or the shows where we've had other hosts on, if you want to just kind of explain the basic rundown of the current, like what you guys do in terms of, because you have a whole set series of individuals and topics and different things on how you post stuff out there on the web.
We work on a 4-week rotation. We dedicate 1 week to LGBT anything. We have a try it or challenge week. We have a viewer topic suggestion week, and we have an open random week. I tend to do my top 5s or my quick 6 during those random and open weeks because I really like that stuff. It's some of my favorite vloggers do top 5s and things like that, and I like that. It's where I can do a lot of it's where I can express and freestyle the most is when I'm talking about either something I'm really passionate about or something I hate.
So really quick, the last episode I watched you in with the Try It episode when you were doing facial. Oh my god, I laughed
natural.
So freaking much during that episode.
I pulled a nose hair out that was like a piece of spaghetti. Eyes were just watering, kids. Everything was made. She's a science teacher, my friend Maria's, and she has sensitive skin, but she's got skin like a fresh baby. I don't understand her skin. It's ridiculous, people. It's like she's a clone every other week when I see her. Her skin is it's perfect. It's like mannequin skin, and she makes her own facial stuff. And this one was milk and clear gelatin. And there's a good reason for clear gelatin, because any gelatin has a color in it is a dye. So unless you're planning a cosplay or Halloween costume, use clear gelatin. I looked like Freddy Krueger right after they burned him in the Origin movie.
Oh god.
And it was supposed to come off, and I was pulling a piece off, and I pulled a piece this way and took a section of my eyebrow, but it was so perfectly lined though, people. Fleek. Okay. I was like, I accidentally made a dope eyebrow. Thank you.
Nice.
We're good. I was
accidentally waxed her eyebrows and did a really good job with it.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh my god, I'm laid. Like, I was perfect. I was like, oh. But yeah, no, it was cool. The lip sugar thing, all the recipes, if any of you want to do this, and you can do it around your beard, you just need to use a petroleum-based product so that it doesn't bleed in. But I fully shaved, and I was still I was bleeding, I was in pain, I missed hair and pulled it out with it. But yeah, I'm glad you laughed at my pain, Chester. I'm very happy about that.
Well, I am a sadist.
No.
For the record, her recipes for handmade facial applications are different than what other people are probably used to.
Yeah, there's no hard chemicals or in any of the active ingredients in most facial things is like benzoyl peroxide, things like that. None of that's in there.
Okay.
And I know what you were trying to do. So. I'm a consummate professional. You can't break me.
There's a challenge.
Speaking of challenges.
So you said that like you guys have a 4-week rotation, so each week kind of has a theme of its own. But then you guys are literally 365 days a year, right? Like you put out a show 7 days a week, all year long.
Yep.
And there are hosts that have a day of the week. So like there's a Sunday host, Monday host, so on and so forth, type situation.
Yep, I'm the
for Tuesday.
Thursday host. Yeah, Tuesday's open right now. Shameless plug. Tuesday is open right now. Yeah, I'm the Thursday guy. I was recruited originally by Will Smink. He, not to flip the Spider-Man origin again. I'm not going to kill Uncle Ben. I'm just going to really quickly go over that Will Smink invented the show, and he brought us all in, and it's been 3 years, and I've been the Thursday guy for the 3 years since its inception. So it's just been a video every day, and now we do every 2 weeks a news special. And then I'm trying to put other videos out at the same time, and maybe sleep, have sex, eat, try to fit all that in. Not sure.
Maybe have sex.
I may have to film it all just in case. I don't know. I'm running out of time.
YouTube appropriate.
Yeah, but that's you just take the U out and put an X on there, and I've got another show.
Different channel.
There you go. So from what I hear, you're trying to fit it all in, but you do have a hole, so to speak, that needs filled.
Good Lord.
Yes, we have a gap,
Wow.
if you will.
What?
The edges.
And you're auditioning, so you're making sure that it's well lubed.
Yes, they can slide right into Tuesday.
I mean, it needs to be a perfect fit. I mean, you don't want something that is, just
Like a glove. We're hoping for like a glove, really.
Like a
We
glove.
want no room in there. We want whoever gets into Tuesday to just
Get all in there. Get in there.
Get
no
in
hole
there.
unturned. You know what I
Get
mean?
all
all
the
up
way
in it.
Well, yeah. I
We
mean,
want-
if they're going to come in and just like start punching away, you want to make sure that it's going to, it's not going to become an issue.
No, we want them to get in there. We want it to look like one of those oil rig things. Just Tuesday, baby. Just that's what we need. That's what we need.
Oh my
And you're
god.
auditioning for your protection.
It's true.
That didn't work very well.
Checking out some videos. We saw some great stuff so far. We can't wait to just check out the rest of them and start the whole thing. We're doing a top 5, and then we're gonna let the viewers have a say as well, because without them we wouldn't be nothing. I would just be some dude with a camera. So gotta let the viewers into it.
Nice.
Sweet.
Good deal. So if anybody wants to know where to find what you guys are up to and what you're doing, they would just go to YouTube online, and they can subscribe, whatever, and just put in Men of the Den, not MOTD, right? Like Men of the Den.
It's you can do it's YouTube / Men of the Den, quick search, or you can go to Facebook and go right to Men of the Den on Facebook. When you join the Den right on Facebook, you'll get the updates. You'll see us. We do a lot of live stuff. We may or may not have gotten publicly drunk in Disneyland and live blogged it.
I know nothing about being drunk at Disney World with Men of the Den.
I may or may not have been here. I was here. I was home. I was like the only one from the Den who wasn't in Florida, running around with like a semi and a drink in one hand for the entire week. Which I'm jealous. Obviously bitter. Obviously.
Like coffee beers. Coffee beers. They're bitter.
Yeah. I'm conspiring for Drenched Fur though, and if I go, I'm documenting the whole thing. I'm bringing my camera.
Well, to be fair, it's not like our show has ever live video casted people drinking and having fun at an event where they're being fed alcoholic gummy bears that are like the size of flaccid peas. I mean,
Again, I know nothing
nice.
about drinking while live.
I've had Fireball gummies like that. It gets you in trouble.
Bass.
Boys' pants just fall off when there's gummy bears around. It's weird. I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
And they come off approximately the end of August every year for our show, because we apparently feel that it's necessary to celebrate someone's birthday, the producer. And so, we do this crazy thing called a power hour that people tend to lose clothing during. So, yeah.
Yeah,
That
well,
sounds
yeah,
absolutely horrible, and I need to check it out immediately.
Yeah.
We've got at least 3 of them up. I think we got 4 power hours, but 3 of them are birthday power hours. Am I right?
You can go to our
Alright.
YouTube channel, Cubs Out Loud.
There
You
you go.
hear that, people? You can go check out the
Maybe I need to
past
make a separate
half
playlist
nakedness,
for the,
right? Any underwear, nothing like that, nothing.
Well, because it's YouTube during the live portion of it. The only thing that you see is the shirts off.
Okay.
It's after the show where things get weird, especially when someone, is really drunk.
Weird is awesome. We like weird. I'm from New England. We're weird as can be. So weird's cool. We're like that.
Sweet.
And if by weird is like a code word for like I'm naked, then we're cool with that too. So,
Yeah. Basically. Well, some of that. There are other things there too. Anywho,
Nice.
so
Are we ready to actually finally, inevitably get to the topic?
The topic
sure.
where we're confused on how we were gonna handle it. It's that time, folks. It's that time for bear experience readiness something.
God. Bear experience action readiness.
Thank you.
It's in the doc.
I have a lot of action readiness.
All it says is playlist.
Okay.
Synopsis.
Whispering.
Stage whisper is
Why are
awfully
we
loud.
whispering? Oh my god.
For those of you that wonder why we use Skype chat and you keep hearing the bloop, bloop, and you don't know what's going on, see, we could just whisper it and then be really fucking annoying. So that's why we use Skype chat. Anyways,
Sometimes.
point is, so the topic is continuing our bear series. We had kind of made a reference, and it was sort of jokey about what this next one was going to be about today. The concept behind the whole series is if you're going to go to an event, whether it be local, like a bar night thing, or if you're going to travel or whatever, there are just various things that you might want to consider ahead of time. So we've talked about what you're going to pack, as in what you're going to do with your sack when you go, what the necessities are for when you go. And so today's is focused on play lists, as in plural. So there's kind of 3 approximate areas, and none of this is going to make any sense, but we're going to get through it anyways. So if we're going to try, well, no, I'm confident we will get through it. I'm not saying that people won't be maimed or harmed or psychologically scarred, but we'll do the best we can. So there's 3 basic areas we wanted to focus on or talk about. Road trips, in terms of lists, pooping, we'll get to that. Everybody hold on. And sexy time. And then we're going to try to have some recommendations for that. So let's start with road trip. The reference is kind of more about music in when you're going to, take a road trip, about what music you would want to take with you, or when you're traveling, even if you're flying, or Schmendefair, take the train, whatever. What you kind of want in that case. So I don't know. We kind of have a list. I don't know if we're thinking and if we want to one at a time kind of go through our from the doc, or
I think I won't go through the doc per se, but I'll start with just one of the things I think of when I think of playlists for road trips and what have you, is I want something that is energetic and fun and will keep, energy up, because the thing that sucks most about, especially if it's a long road trip or if you're flying, or even the thing that sucks more than anything else is just not being able to stay awake, especially the driver. The driver should, hopefully the driver can stay awake longest, but if you're going on a long road trip, you want something to kind of keep energy up, and good, fun, energetic, poppy music will really help with that.
Agreed.
So
a lot of the times I end up listening to podcasts because, when I drove down to Houston, which is a 3-hour drive, I was actually listening to Windows Weekly at the time or something, and that kept me kind of because I'm thinking about what's being spoken about while watching the road, so kind of basically things to stimulate your brain and keep you awake. It doesn't necessarily have to be fancy music. Like, for me, I really like having anything that's energetic.
Now, are you
so
by yourself?
when I drove down,
No, yeah. These are recommendations if you were driving by yourself.
Not necessarily.
not necessarily. In my case, it's usually by myself. But
Oh, okay.
I like the idea of, and that's the thing. That is one thing you have to realize. Who controls the music if there's a group of people in the car and the driver?
The driver always controls the music.
Okay, so just
Driver
for the
pays the
record,
insurance premium.
Yeah.
Unless the driver gives up that right.
Okay, so for the record, it's quite obvious how Chester feels about this. His vehicle, he's driving, he controls the music. Some of us are a little more flexible, or perhaps, willing to give consent that someone else could participate in the music selection that's taking place.
You make that sound like I don't ask whoever's in the car with me, hey, what would you like to listen to?
Well, that's the first
just
time you've
hand
ever
over the
said
aux
that.
cable?
Anywho,
But ultimately, the person driving is in charge of the radio. Mostly because of safety reasons. They're the ones controlling the car. So if they don't like the music and people are rocking out and can't focus on driving, why would you want that? It's a safety concern.
It's true.
I can't fault what your logic. I would say this. I think the driver gets to have veto power.
It's true.
Yes, exactly.
Which is a little different than dictating or deciding, in my opinion. So,
Kind of what a veto is.
So let's put it this way: the driver is the one that controls it, but he has the option to be like, hey, what do you want to listen to? Do you want to listen to something now? But it's always his. It's still under his control. He has chosen to do what he's doing. No matter what, it's still a control thing. So you're not going to necessarily do something that's really going to annoy anybody else. But you're going to still have that power. It's a power exchange thing, I suppose.
see, and here's the thing. I disagree. Only because I get that it's a safety thing, but the other issue is depending on what you're using to play the music. For example, if you're listening to a radio and you're driving through an area where if you actually have a radio in your car, like
Who
I know
listens
old
to
time
the
car,
radio
whatever.
anymore?
I do. We do. All the time. Yeah. Anyway, so radio. If it's going out, I think I'm usually the passenger because I don't drive. I can sometimes hit like the scan button to kind of go through things, and I will stop if I see something or hear something that I like. I will, and if Jim is usually driving, if he doesn't like it, he will give me a nod or give me a no, or let's move on. So, because that happened on our trip to Roseland, we were driving through not into the mountains yet. We were driving through Ohio, and we were in that long stretch between Ohio and the West Virginia border, and there wasn't a whole lot going on. So we went through and we were trying to find something, and I found a more pop station that I thought would be appropriate for the trip. No, we didn't. He said no, he didn't like that. So we ended up going to a 80s, 90s rock mix station. Works for him. That was okay. But I didn't say no because I didn't have the power. But I did have the power to control it, meaning I was pushing the radio button.
You physically could control it, but
yes.
Who has
And I would think the
authority
same
over
could be the
what's played?
case if we're I don't know if you can do that anymore. Can you do that? Do they have I know they have Bluetooth and whatever, but I'm thinking, do they have can you actually send music to the
radio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of them have they'll either have a USB
it's just
port, or they'll have
it's just a transmitter. It's just a small transmitter that only goes like 15 feet, and you can dictate what channel it's sending out.
Yeah, Griffin used to make the little ones with you could tune it to one of the unused stations in your area.
Yeah, you got radio tuners. Or like me, I just have an audio jack. So I just I basically turn my car stereo into headphones for my iPhone.
Yeah, the audio tuner ones. It's cheese tooth. It's like having fake Bluetooth in your car. The audio one.
And some cars do have like a dock or some sort of USB jack. So like if you have an iPhone, you can plug it right into it, and you can actually control it through there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it kind of depends. It really depends on the make and model. Like my vehicle does not have that. If I had gone one grade higher in the different model versions, I would have had the 3.5 millimeter audio jack to use. So instead, Drew and I, he discovered, I think after I had gotten mine or vice versa, we use one particular brand of a local FM transmitter. So basically anything like on my phone or my iPad, like Bluetooth wise, I can project it through. So, so technically, yes, if I had downloaded movies like I previously was embarrassed about on my MacBook, I could be listening to them while driving. Well, want to, but it's an option.
Now that raises a whole series of questions about safety while driving.
All right.
It's best to have cruise control in those situations and seats that move back. Not that I know about that.
Not that you've ever had a dead road head. Never. Not you.
I've tried so many times. I just never had a car that would allow me to not kill us. I've never been able to accomplish it because I've always been like, I'm going to kill us. Like, I'm driving. Nope. Wow. Not enough room.
Where did this show go?
Well, and yeah, so, and as Sigma Wolf said, a driver needs to keep the eyes on the road and should have the veto power. Another factor, who's paying for the gas or the trip?
Yeah. Well, actually,
maybe driving, but somebody else is paying for you to go to a place.
Yeah, but who's making the payments on the car?
Over.
So, do we have recommendations, like song-wise? I know I've seen some people.
I think we have a couple for the road trip part. At least that's what I'm seeing on our doc right now.
Yeah, I went really specific, like one song, which really gets me into a road trip type mood, and that's "Push It" by Garbage. I also like also like "Ray of Light" by Madonna.
Huh.
Kind of gets me in the mood. Can it feel like I just got home? Can it feel?
True.
I don't know. I haven't listened to that song, so the word.
When I think of "Push It," though, I think of Salt and Pepper. So.
So do I.
I know. I was like,
this is the one with
only the sexy people.
Noise that keeps me awake. My head explodes and my body aches.
Nice.
That's
so
a classic.
For me,
classic garbage tune, though.
I actually usually end up having.
I prefer to listen to music that keeps my mind engaged and is energetic. So I do listen a lot of electronic type music, or I will listen to podcasts of various topics or various things, discussions.
Sweet.
80s top 40. If you have
the other
heard
thing that
my rendition of Broken Wings in a car with no one there, I will bring you to tears, bro.
I suppose that's another thing with this whole thing is maybe it's something that's a great to sing along that you really know, or if you're going with a group, that bunch of people know. So such as a good group one for gay men would be like the soundtrack to Rent.
Oh, you can be hungry like the wolf for hours.
Yes.
Well, you also have to have people that were born in an era that even knows what the song "Hungry Like the Wolf" is.
Thanks
So,
to video
those young
games
bears
and
and cubs,
stuff like that.
Those young bears and cubs would probably have no idea.
So they're gonna get an education.
Duran Duran was a famous band in early civilization before the advent of social media.
Civilization.
Like before
this guy's over here
1995?
just like there might be people who don't know who they. There's video games that Hungry Like the Wolf has been a staple on a lot of like video band and rhythm games. You guys are familiar with Rock Band and things like that. So yeah, like staples. Pop cultural staples like Duran Duran and songs like that are kind of been continually pushed in our cultural lexicon year after year and decade after decade. So it just gets mixed in. So even the millennials are aware.
They might be like, oh, I think I recognize this, but
I recognize that from a Rock Band.
Yep.
I used to dance to that on Just Dance 2016.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there's just a different place, different reference.
But do you remember the music video?
Me, I do, of course. I was stuck in front of a television in the 80s.
Take on Me is probably Take on Me, Thriller, and Bad are probably and Smooth Criminal. Can you tell I really like Michael Jackson?
Smooth Criminal? Oh, you wait, just like.
Yeah.
Ha.
that little lean. And he's definitely okay. Well, Thriller's just.
All I can say is,
I get that.
For me, right now, nowadays, if I'm going to be listening to music on a road trip, the great thing, I'll probably have a playlist already set up, and most of the music that I pull from that will actually be from a subscription service. In my case, Apple Music. But like if you have Spotify app or something, make sure you've got enough data on your plan.
Yeah, Apple Music has some really cool live shows though, with the whole like Beats Radio and stuff. So you can listen to Apple Music just for hours and get a lot of different content.
I'm very picky about my music, so it would just end up being stuff that I would be pulling from my iTunes Match and Apple Music. Like just recently, I gotten into the latest Smash Mouth album, Magic. Okay. Which is really good. I thought it even has a cover of "Don't You Forget About Me" on there, and it's really.
I love covers of that song. Like there's so many. There's a Life of Agony cover of that song, which turns the whole song into completely something different. But no, I love covers of "Don't You Forget About Me."
Yeah, and the thing about the Smash Mouth one, it's very, very much very much like the original, but it still feels very Smash Mouth. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, they put their kind of their spin on it.
Right.
They're paying homage to the original song, but not so much that you don't know it's them, kind of thing. I like that. I like when they do that.
Right. So, Chester, you were talking about like music, that kind of moves you or whatever. Did you have a particular song in mind when it comes to a road trip that you like?
No, not really. But I have several different playlists that I listen to depending on my mood. So if I want to make sure that I'm listening to something I'm staying awake to, that's the kind of playlist I play. I don't have like one specific song.
Gotcha.
Chester, when you and the BF are in the car, do you guys have your duets?
Oh God, yes.
Me and Aunt have "Cut from the Team" from Taking Back Sunday. That's our big song. We like to sing that one.
If Evan and I go somewhere where we're taking more than like an hour in the car, we will listen to Beyonce's "Lemonade" from start to finish, and we belt that shit out.
I love it. We're more angsty emo rock fags, I guess. So we're always listening to that stuff.
Nice.
Either
we're taking back
to
Sunday.
Update our doc, or he needs to read it.
That's okay.
Anyway,
Damon, what about you?
So one of my favorite songs, and I know it sounds crazy, is Jennifer Lopez's "Waiting for Tonight." It's just it starts really soft, but it kind of builds up, and it's fun, and it for me it recalls that time back in it was the 90s, 2000, like right into the new millennium kind of thing, and it's just a lot of interesting music. So that's one of the songs if I were to put on a playlist for like road trips, that would be it. Kind of a anticipation of where you're going. Like if you're going to say a bear run, hey, what's going to happen tonight? So there you go.
See, I love that's a cool like going out to the club song too.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's getting you ready to rock out. Like, oh, we're going to the club. We'll get some drinks on. We're gonna get some. But
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Got it. What about you, Gary?
So when I think about like if I need my one song that will probably bring out my titanium/lead foot and get me all the ticket citations for speeding because it's the thing that happens because I'm grooving while driving. It would be Bonnie Tyler's "Holding Out for a Hero." I have been notably many times singing that, probably on repeat until I'm exhausted of it. So that's one of my road trip kind of jams.
Are you the kind of person that emotionally connects with the lyrics of a song?
Yeah, because I'm a single fuck. So until I have a man at my side that I don't have the need for a hero, I'm gonna sing the shit out of it.
I love it. I love it. It's just that was more answer than I deserve, sir. Thank you so much.
It's okay. And hey, for the record, here's a challenge to anybody out there. If you can get a good, beautiful, clear, crisp copy of the song being sung in its entirety, preferably from the Shrek movie, I would greatly appreciate it because it was covered, and it's towards the end of I think it's either Shrek 1 or Shrek 2. And it's pretty fucking amazing. And I want to say it's Jennifer, and I can't remember what the artist's last name is that does it. It was great, but I can't. It like wasn't released in the soundtrack from what I recall. It's been a couple of years since I tried looking, but I was like really torqued about it. I was like, great. So, anyways, if anyone knows that there's an actual studio full length recording of that, I would love to have that. So, anyways, it's just I'm a bit of a fan for that song. That being said, Greg, was there any particular song that for you, on a road trip is like the one song, or are you more kind of a?
My one song, I like soundtracking. Like I'm the kind of person that makes playlists for different things I do. That one song for a road trip that's kind of like if you're on the open road on the highway or whatever is One Man Army from Our Lady Peace. It's got a nice driving verse, kind of a keep things moving. The chorus is rising, it's crashing. It's really that good 90s grunge, and it's nice. It's that one kind of like push forward song that kind of keeps the listener moving forward in the narrative. It's actually pretty cool.
Cool, good deal.
But I mean, I'm usually a lister kind of guy, so having me narrow it down to one. Yeah, it's kind of, you know what I mean. I'm a lister. Can I say?
I know. It's a bit of a challenge, but that's why we weren't sure how this is going to go today. Speaking of how we're not sure how things are going to move, welcome to the show of horrible puns. For those of you that were listening into the pre-show, you know that this is literally probably the shittiest show we've ever done. Outside of the one show that we called the shit show, but you have to go back and listen to that one too.
It's true.
So where this kind of came about was sort of as a joke because we were previously talking about things that you should probably bring with you or prepare for when you travel. And we were having a discussion about when you have roommates because you're in a hotel room at an event and some people need a little time to themselves. And hotel bathrooms are notoriously lots of shiny, flat surfaces. So they don't really absorb sound. They actually kind of ricochet the sound.
It's great when you're singing in the shower.
Oh yeah, no, you're winning Grammys. You kidding me? Sounds great.
However, when you're pooping, who would really like to not have everyone hear all of that necessarily. So hopefully you have some music available to you and not just like one particular song that plays on a loop ad nauseum.
Just to be clear, I'm calling this category FERT.
Nice.
I would say it'd be very easy to kind of, you're going in there to do your business. You just turn on. If you're afraid that everybody out in the other room is going to hear the sound of Velcro tearing apart, then you probably want to, or hey, who stepped on a tube of toothpaste? Those weird kind of sounds that you don't expect. You walk by a room and it sounds like someone's eating an entire bag of popsicles, but they're not popsicles. Things sound different.
Oh my god.
Wow. Yeah, you just want to turn on your music, like iHeartRadio, some app on your phone, some song on your phone. If anybody stores music on their phone anymore, it's pointless.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Greg,
totally
Greg,
you want to mask.
You sound like you're an advocate of the Spotify, Pandora, maybe YouTube Red for music,
Apple Music.
Streaming stuff.
Well, I have Apple Music, and the songs I've purchased from Apple aren't actually on my phone. Because I have such a big data plan, I can just listen to the song as long as I'm connected to anything. There's songs I've purchased over the years. I've had, Apple products for many years, and music takes up a huge amount of space to higher the quality of song, and I know that from downloading free music. I'm not 100%. I could care less how the quality of the song is. So I just don't keep the music on my phone.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh during that, Greg, but it was something that somebody said in the YouTube chat.
Yes, Chester, go ahead.
Holy fuck! Oh my god. Richie just said, "Hard rock for poop time." And I lost it when I read Five Finger Death Punch.
I love Five Finger Death Punch. Whoever said I love that song. There's oh my god, that's perfect because there's a song coming down. So obviously something's coming down into that bowl. So yeah, Five Finger Death Punch definitely is perfect. That's points for that guy. Whoever that guy is, get a cannon, shoot a T-shirt at him. I don't know how you guys do that.
Our friend Richie.
That was good. That was good.
But I like his concept of like louder music, or not necessarily louder music, but just music.
The vibration shakes the rosebud and the doo-doo falls out.
I am fucking tearing up.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Songs to Shit To. Shout out to Sigma Wolf for that suggestion.
Yeah,
on a playlist.
Come on, you don't think Shit Talica would be huge?
Oh my!
It's the it's the generic
Diarrhea and
cover
Chains.
band
I could go on all day.
Yeah, I think really
that would be a
kind of mass sound.
That would be like a great album.
See,
Songs to Shit
I'm
To,
thinking
and
the
they're
same
covered by
way
these
that
weird
Damon
bands.
does. I do things to mask the sound. If I've got a roommate and I have to go that bad, I will go in there and I will do a courtesy flush.
Hey.
So what's wrong with me? Like if I hear people or if people are close to the bathroom door, I'm just like, you're gonna hear what you're gonna hear. Like, you know what? It's too bad.
You know what? I'm with you, man. I really am. I'm just like, you know what I'm doing in there. There may be some sounds. All you might hear is plop plop, and that may be all you hear. Maybe
we're here.
But
we're shitting. Get used to it.
We're here. We're shitting. Get used to it.
We're gonna have our own float, man. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh
God, that's disgusting.
Oh my god!
Can we do this? Can we give each other a high five? Can we give each other a high five?
Just a float or floaters? I mean, I'm trying.
Oh no, we're gonna have an armada at this point.
Oh my god. Oh jeez Louise. Okay.
I had listed something officially for this category as a joke. I moved it to the next category because the puns are just anyways, I can't top that. The only thing I wanted to say about this category was things that get you moving and grooving. So I'm not advocating chair dancing while you're on your squatty potty. Ding. But needless to say.
Or you get constipated. You're just like,
breaking
bounce with me, bounce it out of me. You gotta do something. I don't know.
Did y'all see Pup Dozer's post on Facebook the other day?
No.
No, apparently not.
His at his workplace, the floors are moving around.
Oh,
like,
yes,
people are swapping floors. And he said, I'm not sure if this is a real thing or not, but somebody left this thing in an office, and it was a squatty potty.
Wow.
Wow.
In a public bathroom. So, like, there's a shared bathroom on the floor at work, at business. There was a squatty potty in one of the stalls. Which, honestly, I was pretty impressed by, because they're not necessarily cheap, and they're not, like, super expensive, but it's one of those things that I was like, all right, someone here takes their pooping seriously.
By the way, just a quick side note. I love the squatty potty commercials. Where does ice cream come through? It's the magical poop of a unicorn.
On that note, let's move on.
Squatty potty.
Oh, Jesus.
Get yours today.
A bunch of
Or
free
if you're playing
advertising.
music outside during this, and you're trying to get it so that they're not really hearing anything, just play something loud and something very, very gay that they're going to burst out singing to.
They'll never notice.
Exactly.
Their own voices will cover the sound of your bowel movements. Very
Exactly.
ingenious, friend. Very good. Very good.
That's true. All right, could we please move on to the third list area? All right, so playlist. This is about sexy time. Like what?
I'm calling this
kind of
category brown chicken, brown cow.
Nice.
Yeah. So this is about your intimacy stuff. Yeah. True. Very true, Chester. Speaking of Chester, what is your or Jeff, whoever wants to go first, I guess.
I love listening to industrial type music during that time. Okay, I'll put it this way. If I'm having this kind of time in my bedroom, I don't need music. I don't necessarily need music when I'm playing in the dungeon either. But if I am playing in the dungeon, I'm trying to make sure I'm setting the mood and the tone, and that includes controlling somebody's senses. And if that's the case, your music selection is important. So I typically go to things like Nine Inch Nails or Tool or KMFDM. They sing about...
Okay.
They sing about things that are very sexually driven, things about bondage, things about being a slave in a...
Dominant submission. I feel you.
Dominant submission, yeah.
Trent Reznor, man, he could write the soundtrack to every, every BDSM porn movie ever, and it would be accurate.
Oh,
he's great. Trent's amazing in that. It's a perfect soundscape choice for that.
Oh, that is 9 Inch Nails. Okay, good to know. So the song that always pops in my head when someone says something like this is "fuck you like an animal," and I was like, "Oh, that's 9 Inch Nails." Okay, got it.
9 Inch Nails.
Head Like a Hole would be really good too in a submissive dominant scene, because that's all about either submitting or you know what I mean.
Well, almost the entire The Downward Spiral album is nothing but S&M related songs.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, I honestly, and I'll just be perfectly frank, I usually don't like a whole lot of music when I'm having sex. I like to hear the person I'm with. So I want to hear what they're saying. I want to hear what their groans and their moans and what have you. So my music is the symphony of the body. However, if there was things I would listen to, I'd want something honestly like R&B, kind of like mellow, like slow jams. I put a different song on there, but that's something else. But like the first song, obviously, that pops in my head is "Let's Get It On," Marvin Gaye. It's just one of those things where it gives like a passionate kind of feel to it, to where it kind of gives the mood behind it. But again, when I think of like domination or in a play scene, I like music that has a good beat, because believe it or not, some of the things I like to do when I'm like flogging or spanking or whatever with someone, I like to go to that beat or either go against that beat, because it like you said, it kind of is a mind trip. Like if you're going with it, it helps get the person into it. They'll feel that beat, they'll feel the bass behind it, and they'll like it a little more. Or if you're going against it, it's kind of like, what the fuck is going on? Exactly. So yeah, so for me, music is not especially during sex, I'm not the biggest fan. Now,
I think music during sex is more of a background music thing, where it's not really covering it up. It's just kind of like to go with the mood and try to kind of keep the emotions to it.
For me, though, I tend to listen. I'm
not
listening to everything.
To have it or anything, but
yeah, I'm listening to everything, and if I'm
different than the other two.
And if I hear music, I'm listening. I can hear the music, and I'll listen to music. And I'm a very musically talented person, so music sometimes affects me. Unless it's like some of the things we have listened to, Jim and I, when we were first dating, and I lived in with my neighbor, we would actually put on like classical music, like strings and orchestras and whatnot, because it was just something kind of more background and ambient, and there wasn't actual words that I would hear. Like if I hear words, I start listening to words. So I need something that has like no words, no singing, no what have you, so that I don't listen to it.
Yeah, you
So give me some
don't want a song that you want to sing along with, because if you're trying to suck some cock and try to sing some sexy tune, it's not going to work. Yeah. Teeth are going to run into things. It's going to be bad situation.
Yeah. So the song I actually put on the list is it's one that's actually recently popped in my head. It's Little Mix, Touch Your Love. It's actually a really good like fuck song. If you listen to it, it's just it's got some. It slows down a little bit, but it can drive the feeling home, as it were.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on the basically. I said The Sound of Silence, and I don't mean the song by Simon and Garfunkel. I'm talking about like no music, because usually when I get to the point of having sex with somebody, I'm not thinking about turning on any music. I'm about to fuck or get a blowjob. It's just the sounds of silence during it. Of course, there's moans and groans, but it's not music, so.
Right. So I agree on the don't really need a soundtrack, don't need music, especially if it's just you. However, my frame of thought was if I'm at an event, and I'm in a hotel room, I may or may not necessarily want, to kind of have the soundtrack of the other rooms around me and whatever they're doing going on. So for me, it was kind of more like, if I had music in the background as a filler, for the kind of a white noise effect, what songs would be of interest to me. And so there is one classic song that I think everyone thinks of that we've already referenced, and Damon, you were kind of talking about, which is 9 Inch Nails' Closer, just purely by the lyrics alone. And my thing is, if you actually create a playlist of some of these songs, you could possibly use it as a subliminal tool. So if you have someone back to your room and you have an interest, but necessarily said anything, the music could kind of maybe set the tone, perhaps.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and I could see that. I like that idea a little bit. No. I mean that that idea behind like setting the mood.
Yeah. I'm a huge playlist person, like I said, man. 90s R&B or any kind of R&B or the more danceable R&B for sex is great.
If you're horny,
4/4 timing.
Ride
4/4 timing music is perfect. It's a 4/4 timing soundscape behind you. You go bang somebody's lights out easily.
1 and 3.
Fuck, and eventually you start fucking to the music. I've done it before by accident. It happens every time. You're in there, and then all of a sudden the beat's on, and you're just like, oh, that's good. That's getting better. Like, and you just eventually catch the rhythm. It's natural.
Yeah.
Like I will.
Rhythm of the night.
What is that? Sex Music by Tank. Tank's a Californian R&B singer. It's great. I will completely destroy someone's booty to that song. So many. Any R&B songs I have can just completely caused walking problems too. It's just I get right to the music, and it's awesome because I like screamers. So you got to have a music on anyway because the neighbors are gonna know your business. So there's that.
So there is
I've got a
for you.
Screamer in my bed.
See, Greg gets me. Greg totally gets me. Like, because he said the one thing I think that people weren't understanding is that some people are kind of vocal, like they kind of emote, and so maybe
I
you
have
don't care
underwear
about
or a jock to
or
shove in their mouth.
I love screamers. So yeah, I need the music on its full blast because I want to let them express themselves.
I like screamers too. It gives me a chance to shove my jock or underwear in their mouth.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's that.
And with that thought, anything else about place?
I think
I
overall,
think we got just about covered it.
I think
Yeah,
music is important in sexy time. I believe we've come to that. We've come together as a people. We believe that there's time for music and there's time for quiet. You know, someone's got to mask all the sound of that macaroni and cheese getting stirred.
Hey, guess what, folks? I think that's the end of the topic.
Wow.
Let's move on to Jake.
Oh.
That booty.
oh gosh.
Got a nice
Hold
black
on.
guy and some white sheets, and he's got a nice booty.
God.
And I can think of many ways I want to take care of that booty.
Okay. That is
Tumblr?
nice. Yes. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
It is a good picture. It's a good butt.
Now,
Go for
the
him, go
weird
for
thing
him.
is the backdrop and the coloring of his hair are really close. That at least on my Tumblr page, it's hard to see, but he is just shortcut. He doesn't have like some sort of like bumpy do or anything, but he's got short hair.
Yeah, I need to see his face.
I'm
It is a
also-
nice butt,
But
but I need to see his face.
okay.
Chester, we'll talk after the show. I got a question about this image, anyway, from a photography standpoint.
Okay.
Try not to distract from dead ass. Anyways,
That ass.
so that's
So for me,
We're talking about penis. You say that
No.
was the subject.
but
Penis.
well, but
in this case.
Oh,
ass.
butt. Now we're talking about
Booty.
butt because I love that stuff. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, it was my first one is more of about a butt. The dick is kind of hidden underneath the body because he's butt up instead of so.
Butt up. I like that. Butt up is it's a good place to be.
Mm-hmm. All right. For me, I
Amen.
have one called Golden that I've
Mhm.
titled Golden. And it's just a very interesting artistic piece. I like the way I really just like the way it looks
Mm-hmm.
overall.
Yeah, I keep seeing this image pop up over and over on my feed, and I love it, and I want to recreate it myself.
Yeah.
I wondered, Chester, because I was like, "This. I think this would speak to you," and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I know exactly how he's doing it too.
Now, who would be the subject of this picture for you? You, Evan, somebody else?
Could be just about anybody.
Yeah. Maybe I come up
This
to Columbus
particular
when you
image,
visit.
I'm all for it because this color would look pretty goddamn good on your skin.
Yep. That's one of the reasons why I like it too. It's a good. I love what they did, and I love the everything that's with it. Like the stuff behind it. There's some. I think that is a paintbrush in his hair. I think, and then just below the paintbrush is a bit of the paint going down his face, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. Like it just everything about it like speaks to me. So
I have a whenever I'm going through Tumblr and I find images that I like that really speak to me, I will send myself the image, and this is in that bank of images like 4 times.
Nice.
Cool. All right, Chester, how about you?
So mine, I titled "Tummy Cute." Wow, let me try that again. Tummy Tuesday, cuteness overload.
Cute.
This is a picture and also a GIF of a guy who's just really fucking adorable. He's got a really cute tummy, furry, and he's got a shirt on with little Mickey Mouses all over it. And he's lifting it up, and he's all being cute and shy with it.
Aww.
In the picture. And then the gift is him lifting up his shirt and showing off his belly.
Adorable.
I met him at Tidal Wave, actually.
Ah.
But didn't realize it. We were chatting after I saw this picture. I sent him a message about it, and we got to talking, and come to find out we had met at Tidal Wave. So
nice.
Try and talk to him a little bit more.
His Tumblr, his description of his Tumblr cracks me up because I think if anyone asked me, could you please describe your friends, like in terms of like your gay friends, your gay male friends, his Tumblr description is body mods, cub adventures, piggy life, graphic art, drag queens, polyamorous.
Oh no, keep going because there's more and it gets better.
Oh well, I was just on that line. I didn't continue on to the rest. Go ahead, Chester.
The rest of it is, I'm polish remover, I'm ratchet couture, I'm a goddamn mermaid. I don't need to try, I don't even care. Who gives a shit? Because I'm look fucking cool.
Nice.
I love it.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Follow.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that would kind of sum up like most of my gay friends in a grouping.
So Gary.
All right, so mine is going to probably be a slight diversion disappointment because it's actually not XXX, so to speak. But I had to reblog this or pick it because it cracked me up to no end. So for those of you that might be aware, there is a gentleman out there who is known as the Gay Comic Geek. And he actually, I found out about him through a gentleman by the name of Jason who actually does adult movie production full-time for a job with Titan Media. And so he talks about a Gay Comic Geek all the time. So lo and behold, in the weirdness of, 6 degrees separation, Gay Comic Geek had this post about John Barrowman. He doesn't mind grabbing fans inappropriately. And so there are these pictures from like Comic-Cons of him grabbing people's junk or simulating sex or like, it's
wow.
Right. It's kind of crazy. And so Gay Comic Geek says, I've been a fan of John Barrowman since his Doctor Who days. He just radiates awesomeness. He seems to have lots of fun with his co-stars in both the Whovian universe and the Arrowverse. Also, I just add that him and his husband are super cute together. I have waited in line to see him 3 different times at 3 different cons, and unfortunately, I got called away every time because of circumstances. So I have yet to meet him and take my own sexually charged picture. But it will fucking happen this year. He will grab my junk, and I will be happy, damn it. Hopefully, I will be dressed as Midshipman Alonzo Frame, which I have not worn in a long time. And if you are a Doctor Who fan, you will know why. That would be so cool to get on picture/video. And then he has links to all his gay comic geek type stuff. And then a picture of him. By the way, in case you guys missed it, this is me in the Midshipman uniform thing. So I just thought it was so cool. But I knew nothing about John this way. Like, I was aware of him kind of as an actor, but then I was like, whoa, okay, that's not something you see every day.
So you've never seen him in Doctor Who?
No.
As Jack,
Okay.
It's Captain Jack Harkness. That was
Also in the spinoff, he spent a lot of time in the
yeah.
Who spinoff. Yep. And he's really, really great as Malcolm Merlin in the Arrowverse.
God,
Like, amazing.
I hate him so much.
Like, whether he's doing good or doing bad or just serving self-interest, he made that character, the magician. Very, very cool assassin.
Cool. So yeah, but I was like, this is definitely in the big like gay geek column stuff. But I was like, wow, like I don't even know him, and if I was at a con and I found out that he was behaving this way or cool with it, like I just might get in line and get a picture for the shit of it, because I don't know, like how many times do you know an actor or celebrity that's willing to run around and grab people's junk for photos?
He was live on Facebook, and he accidentally showed everybody his husband's cock.
Oops.
It was all over the reports and everything.
Oh, I think I remember this. Was he like in a hot tub or something?
Yep. And this
Yeah.
man came walking out the house just straight buck naked, swinging like that first part in Terminator when Arnold comes out of the time thing, and he's just
Nice.
it's just like,
Woo.
that was this man's dick. Like, yeah, like everybody kind of was trying to take pictures at their own screen and shit at that point. The screenshots were amazing at that point, guys. No, but and then when he found out about it, he took it in stride. He's like, oh, congratulations, you guys, or something like that. Like, he didn't care. John Barrowman's very cool person. Yeah. And he's really cool with fans and stuff. And of course, he just grabs their junk, but he like makes time for him. He like loves his fans. He's awesome.
So
Speaking of
next time to-
geekery and that kind of stuff, Greg, what's your pick?
Oh, my pick? I was going to say, I felt weird about it at first, but look, there's a little, there's a Tumblr page you guys might want to check out.
That blog, though.
It's fun. It's video games, it's comic books, and it's naked men who enjoy a good buffet. So it's a little something for everybody there. And I'd say that's it. If you want to check it out, it's mine actually. You may or may not, if you dig far back enough, you may find a dick. You could dig up some sort of pictures that may be my butt or something. But you got to look really far. I haven't posted anything in a long, long time, so I've buried it out there. If you want to see me naked, you got to go back like 2 years. So go for it. Find my Tumblr and sign up and see what you can do. But you have to get through all the other dicks that I've already shared. So.
What's the URL on that one?
It's just was that Tumblr? I don't understand what the Tumblr URLs are, but it's just what's your name?
ID?
The username is that blog though, so that would be THATBLOGTHO.
Mm-hmm. With 3 dots, apparently.
With 3 dots.
Because I did ... Like there was just to be continued. I'm also gonna the name right here.
There we go.
I believe that's it. So if you want to add me and either get really excited or really bored, by either one, I'm a lover and a connoisseur of men of size, as well as video games, comic books, and weird shit. So if you're into that too, you're gonna love my stuff.
Nice.
Oh, and I might share Men of the Den stuff on there every once in a while if I thought anybody was actually following. But I'm not Tumblr famous. I'm like Somersault famous. I'm not quite Tumblr famous. I'm I'm doing rolls in the front yard. I'm not tumbling just yet. I'm gonna get bigger though.
Nice.
Moving
All right,
on
so-
to our links, Chester?
Yeah.
My link is to a guy that I've chatted with for quite some time. His name's Andy. I believe he lives in West Virginia or Virginia, one of the two. So somewhere out there. His blog is Confessions of a Cubby Bear on Tumblr. And he posts lots of selfies. And I don't believe he shows his wiener, but that's okay. Because he's really fucking adorable. And yeah, go check him out.
No wiener, but butt.
Yeah, there's lots of butt.
There's
Lots of tummy. Lots of butt, lots of tummy.
Nice. I'm a huge fan of butt photography. Check this out.
Butt photography.
Buttography? Nice.
Nice. Yeah, we just totally invented a whole new category, flash genre.
I can't wait.
All right.
Right.
For my pick, so this is going to sound probably a little weird to some of our longer time listeners because in the past there were references by a group of us as hosts randomly, time to time, we would a particular video by this next artist. But so I don't know why I wasn't already subscribed and following. So Todrick Hall, I don't know what happened, but like YouTube was like, I think you would like this. And so I started paying attention, and then I started watching some of the professionally released videos as well as the behind the scenes for his Oz series.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just like, just go to his YouTube channel. Just fucking subscribe, follow, look at the shit that this man is making, because like when he was younger and just like doing shit to do shit because he wanted to be like, he kind of really wanted to be a celebrity. I mean, he wanted to be able to like write music and perform and all that. I think is more the time that I remember. And now I'm like, this man is like fucking traveling the world with a show, with dancers, like with killer looks, like so crazy imaginative. I'm like really, really surprised. He was in Kinky Boots on Broadway. He's done a couple of performances since leaving with that in the midst of like doing touring and some other stuff. He is, I think, amazing.
And
So-
he had I don't know if he still does, but I know he had a MTV TV show.
That was like on primetime or
MTV, like music television. It was called
Right.
Todrick.
I guess what I meant was like, was it, well, primetime is now, that's an old man reference because people can watch things anytime they, never mind.
Yeah, I was like, what? Huh? And Todrick has been, he's hosted on RuPaul's Drag Race and everything else. So he's very awesome. He's a really awesome guy. I saw some of his stuff, years ago. Like he did a Mean Boys like parody for Mean Girls. He's done a couple of other things.
Mean Boys is very funny. It was ridiculous.
So it's kind of fun. He's a fun guy, and I'm glad he's doing well and making himself pretty much a talented, or what's the word I'm looking for, name brand almost. So.
I remember when he was kind of just sort of putting videos out, and he just blew up, started working with a lot of people. People started recognizing his talent.
Nice.
Cool. And then, Greg, I think you had one final link in terms of like things people can go check out. Marvel.
Well, if there's any, just lately I was coming up with some different types of, when I was going through, and it's one that I use a lot in terms of whenever I have to do stories for MFTD News or anything comic related, I usually the Marvel feed. It's a little bit of everything. If you are a comic book fan and you want to stay up on things and don't want to put any effort forth, grab it.
Cool. Yay. And I think
that's the end.
We're done.
There's plenty of ways to contact us. You can pop over to our website, cubsoutloud.com. Shoot us an email, cubsoutloud@gmail.com. You can purchase some of our merch at zazzle.com/cubsoutloud, or just go to cubsoutloud.com and click COL merchandise. You can leave us a sexy voicemail or otherwise at 361-265-8255. That's 361-COL Talk. You can follow us on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, Google+, and YouTube at Cubs Out Loud in the appropriate place. Join the entourage, the Cubs Out Loud entourage on bearunderground.net, or the Facebook group COL Entourage. You can also find us on iTunes. Rate us there. The more you rate us, the more people can find us. You can subscribe to us on Google Play Podcast. Listen to us on Stitcher Radio, where you can give us the thumbs up. And you can find me anywhere on the internet as BoxChat, BoxPuppy, BoxCub, Box something or other.
I am TheaterCub79 on Bear Underground, Growler, Tumblr, Scruff, not Scruff. Anyway, HeavyNet, and you can also find me as Pup_Umbra on Twitter.
You can find me on Tumblr or Twitter under the name The Pup Up There, or various bear dating sites across the net under the name Pup Shutter or Cupcake76.
And if you want to find me pretty much anywhere on the web, you can just look for GareBear73. That's GARBEAR73. Greg, if people would like to get in touch with you, would you like them to do it directly or just go to Men of the Den?
Yeah, if you've never heard of Men of the Den and these guys have me on the show, kind of filled you in, then yeah, check out Men of the Den on Facebook. If you just want to hit me up and friend me real quick on Facebook, of course, that'd be cool. Or you can always check me out on any of the if you're in my area and you see me on Growler, it's probably I'm basically just the Gregster on there. And if you're a gamer, come through and Gamer PVDRI on Xbox Live. I'm trying to do some streams. I'm going to be doing some streams on Mixer. Mixer's a little different than Twitch, you guys. It doesn't have a latency, so you can communicate with the people in your chat instantaneously. So I'm going to be playing through some games from Telltales. I'm going to be doing Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm going to allow the people to make my choices. So come through and add me and stuff and watch that stream. It'll be fun. You can kill me or we can save the universe. Either one. Cool.
All right.
I've never actually used Mixer before. Download an app? So is it so Mixer's an app to stream with?
Mixer is the in-house built for Xbox One streaming app.
Does it have a website that you can just go and watch your stream, or do you have to download the app to watch?
You just go to Mixer. You can go to Mixer.com or download the Mixer, the Mixer app, like you would the Twitch app, to any of your mobile devices as well.
Oh.
Okay. You can Mixer's available outside of Xbox One, but it also you can watch Mixer right on Xbox One as well. If you have an Xbox One, it's easy to get to it. If you're not an Xbox One user, you can push Mixer out to YouTube and watch post-stream.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I guess
it's a bunch of geeky stuff.
And with that, say good night, everybody. Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Have a good one, y'all.
Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.
Bye. I'll see you guys in a bit.
See you, David.
Well, in a bit. I don't think.
Okay, all right. So I didn't know what to do, and I didn't know who could still see us, so I just sat there like I didn't know what to do, you know? Like I look like one of those people that didn't know it was a video. Like I just kind of sat there like.
You hit the music, or do what Gary and I do it, although you couldn't see me.
Yeah, like I wasn't sure if I had to wait till the music was over for us to be off air. But then when Homeboy just
No.
blinked out. I was like, oh, maybe we're off air now. Okay, cool.
Well, we're not.
Like I was.
Technically, I'm still streaming. I always do some sort of post-show streaming thing.
Okay.
But the streaming isn't video; it's just audio.
Oh, all right,
It's
all right. So
kind of video because I am still streaming something, but it's just the title card, which is just white with the logo up.
Yeah.
Oh, they can hear us though talking behind the card, like, "Hey, people, you still here? What are you guys weird?" You know what I mean? Like,
when we were doing strictly audio.
Like, hey, if you're still listening to this, what's wrong with you? No, you know what I mean? Like, it's over. We're done here. There's not really. You're just eavesdropping at this point. It's creepy.
Well, usually when somebody's listening to us during a podcast, they just kind of let it play and then it goes on to the next track. So we would actually have to put something there.
Oh, all right.
So usually when we were doing this just pure audio until reasons, I would just keep recording because usually something is said after show, which is kind of funny that I just like leave in for the post show, which we have Gary and I agree have called it shawarma in honor of the Avengers shawarma scene.
Shawarma. I like that. It's pretty cool. This was very awesome, by the way. This was cool. I've never went on anybody's show before, did a cool show thing. So this is very cool. It's very awesome. Thank you very much for having me on. You guys were awesome, inviting me and stuff.
What's your username on Mixer, by the way?
Oh, it's same. It's just my Xbox login, the gamer. I haven't broadcasted yet, but it's just gamer PVDRI. Are we friends on Xbox yet?
I'm not on Xbox because I don't have an Xbox. But...
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were going through Xbox looking for me or stuff, and I'm like,
no, I was trying to look you up on Mixer. So. But if you haven't seen anything, maybe it's not something I've seen there.
Gamer PVDRI. It's just the same. It's just the same. I'm gonna change it to something cool right now, but I can't think of. I have a few things I want to change it to, but you have to pay every time you change your name, so I'm narrowing it down. It's like $12 to change your Xbox login account name or whatever. Interesting
that they charge you to do that.
Yeah,
I think they do that on Battle.net for Blizzard. Not Blizzard Battle.net anymore. But...
Doesn't PlayStation Network have some sort of penalty for changing your name or whatever?
I have no idea. I'm a computer
No, I'm
gamer.
pretty sure you can't change your gamer name on PlayStation at all.
You really can't ever?
Nope, it sucks. And mine is like the shittiest gamer tag fucking ever.
My battle
I've had
tag,
like 14 of them.
My battle
I
tag.
just keep changing them. Like,
No. It's your main account. You can't change that one.
Oh, like my like I was like the Gamer Cub RI. I was just like, this is a bunch of stupid shit. Like I've changed it so many times over. I've been like an Xbox Live member for like 7 years or something.
Yeah,
mine is that.
Tag used to be. My battle tag used to be Box Puppy, and then whatever random character or number they put after it. But they had some free changes for the battle tag, so I just changed it to my original WoW character name, Windgem.
But yeah,
that way it's like, that's why it's like gay neutral, where it's not really gay at all. So, because why do you have it listed as Box Puppy? Well, that's a long story. So now I just say, why are you called Windgem? Well, it's because that was my first WoW character that I was leveling through with classic WoW with my boyfriend. He was the one who got me into WoW, by the way. It's all his fault.
That's what happens. One person's into it, they bring everybody else in. That's how they get that's how raid parties are born.
And in about an hour, I raid.
I'm going to, I'm off tomorrow, so I'm going to go get as, blunted as possible and eat everything in the fridge. You guys, however,
I gotta
have
stop
fun.
streaming, too.